All right, let's talk about getting real results with AI. If you're tired of AI feeling like a cool party trick and you're ready to make it a serious tool in your professional life, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down AI prompting not as some random hack, but as a real, structured skill that can totally change the way you work.
So, does this sound familiar? You ask an AI for help, and what you get back is, well, it's bland, it's not very helpful, or sometimes it's just completely wrong. We've all been there. But here's the thing, the problem usually isn't the AI, it's how we're asking. And that really gets to the heart of this big issue called the tool trap. We think we can just plug a powerful new tool like AI into a system that's already a little messy or a thought that isn't fully baked, and poof, it'll fix everything. But AI is an amplifier. It takes whatever you give it and makes it bigger. So if you give it confusion, you get amplified confusion back. The solution isn't a fancier tool, it's a better process. And that idea right there, that brings us to a huge shift in how we need to think about this. It's time to stop hunting for little prompting tricks online and start treating this as a core professional skill, just like writing a good email or running a meeting.
Yeah, the whole era of just typing act as an expert and hoping for the best, it's over. The people and teams who are really succeeding with AI are using a structured, repeatable method. It's about building a reliable system for getting great results, not just finding some magic words that worked for someone else one time.
So you're probably asking, okay, how do I actually build that system? Well, it all comes down to a really simple but incredibly powerful four-part framework. This is basically the playbook for turning a vague wish into a precise, actionable instruction.
And here they are, the 4 pillars. Seriously, every single great AI prompt has these 4 ingredients. You've got role, task, context, and output format. Once you nail these 4, the quality of your results will just skyrocket. So let's break them down one by one.
First up is role. This is your starting line. You're basically giving the AI a job title. You're telling it who to be. Is it an expert copywriter with 20 years of experience? Is it a skeptical venture capitalist? A strategic sales coach? Giving it a role instantly gives it a perspective, a tone, and a whole library of knowledge to draw from. Next, we have the task. And I want to stress this, the magic word here is single. Probably the biggest mistake I see is people asking the AI to do like 5 different things in one go. You have to be super specific. What is the one clear thing you need it to do? Write an email, generate 5 questions, summarize this text, be direct. Okay, number 3, context. Think of this as the fuel for the AI's engine. It's all the critical background info it needs to do a good job. Who are you talking to? What's the ultimate goal of this task? What happened before this? Without that context, the AI is just guessing. It's flying blind, and that's exactly why you get those generic, useless answers. And finally, we have output format. This one is so important. If you don't tell the AI how you want the answer, it's just going to give you a big old paragraph of text. And that's usually not what's most helpful. You've got to be explicit. Do you want bullet points, a markdown table, a JSON object, or maybe a paragraph that's under 150 words? Tell it exactly how you want the information structured. And here's what it looks like when you put it all together. You can see how the role is defined, the specific goal or task is there, and you have clear constraints, which is another way of saying output format. You supply the context, and all of a sudden, your prompt isn't just a random question anymore. It's a precise instruction. It's as reliable as a piece of code. Okay, enough theory, right? Let's get our hands dirty. We're going to look at a few practical, everyday examples to see how this framework completely transforms the results you get. Okay, let's start with something we all do, writing a follow-up email. A weak prompt, and we've all done this, is just write a follow-up email. The result is going to be useless. But now, let's apply our framework. We give it a role, B2B account manager. A task, write a concise follow-up email. The context, it's for a VP of operations right after a CRM demo. And the output format, a confident, respectful tone under 150 words. The difference is just night and day. And bam, look at that result. It is specific, it's professional, and it's actually actionable. It mentions key details from the meeting, and it ends with a really clear call to action. This is an email you can copy-paste and send in seconds, all because you took 30 seconds to build a great prompt. Let's try another one. Help me prepare for a sales meeting. I mean, that's not really an instruction, is it? It's more of a desperate plea.
But watch what happens when we use the framework. We assign the role of a strategic sales coach, give the context that it's a discovery call with a 50-location retail chain, and define the output as a list of 5 high-impact questions and 3 likely objections. The AI goes from being a vague assistant to your personal strategy partner. And the output here isn't just generic advice. This is tactical intelligence. You get a killer question that goes right to the heart of their potential problems, and you're already preparing for the exact objections you're going to hear. This is how you walk into a meeting feeling completely prepared and confident.
Okay, one last one. Who here has typed "give me business ideas" into an AI, right? You get a list of the most boring, obvious stuff. But look at the strong prompt. We define the role as a startup advisor, provide crucial context like a startup cost under $5,000 and a target audience of busy parents, and then we ask for a very specific output format. For each idea, give me the revenue model and the biggest risk. Now you're getting actual thought-out concepts you can work with. So now that we've seen what to do, it's just as important to quickly cover what not to do. Just avoiding a few of these common traps will make a huge difference.
Think of these as the villains of good prompting, and if you look closely, you'll see each one is just the opposite of one of our 4 pillars. Being vague, that violates the task pillar. Asking for too much at once, that breaks our single task rule. Forgetting the output format, well, there goes your output pillar. And adding a bunch of irrelevant details just pollutes the context. It all comes back to clarity.
Okay, so we've gone through the problem, we've walked through the framework, and we've pointed out the pitfalls. There's really only one thing left to do, and that's for you to start putting this into practice. If there is just one thing you take away from this, please let it be this quote. You don't need to be clever. You don't need to find some secret prompt hack. You just need to be clear. Be specific. Structure your request using the framework, and I promise you, the AI will reward you with incredibly useful, high-quality results every single time.
Remember, this framework isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical, hands-on playbook. You have all the pieces you need to start building better, more powerful prompts for literally any task you can think of. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build first?